Banks are shutting down accounts every single day and we don't hear anything about it. We only hear if there's a wave of shutdowns. For example, November 2019, Amex shut down a bunch of people's accounts because they were using their own referral links to open up new credit cards. What we don't hear about is Chase, Capital One, Citi, other major banks, how they're shutting down people's accounts every single day for regular behavior that you and I would do. And they have no idea why their accounts are being shut down. It's really messed up. The banks will shut down your account. You won't be able to use any of your credit cards. They'll even shut down your bank accounts like checking and savings account. They'll take away your points, not let you use that at all. And some banks won't let you get back into their system and use their accounts for another 7 years. This is really serious and I do not want your accounts to be shut down. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the bank shutdown rules. I'll go over the major banks, the rules that they look for and behavior that they look for to shut down accounts. If your account gets shut down, what happens to your account, get to use your points or not, whether or not you're allowed to appeal or protest it, and if it is shut down, how long until you could actually open up another credit card or bank account with this bank. So if you do not want your accounts to be shut down, make sure you pay attention to each of the bank shutdown rules so your accounts do not get shut down. Before we get started, if you're new here and you want to learn how to travel anywhere almost free by using credit cards and travel points, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a thing. These are in no particular order, but I'll start with Chase. And if you haven't seen my Chase shutdown video yet, I highly recommend clicking the link down in the description below. If you have any Chase credit cards, watch that video so you don't do any of the behavior that could get your account shut down. I'm just going to briefly touch upon the rules in this video. So I'm filming this in December 2019. Recently, Chase has done a wave of shutdowns of people who have applied for the Just For You links and also generated links and to bypass the 524 rule, and as a result, their accounts have been shut down. In general, Chase, as well as the other banks, are looking for certain behavior with their accounts that will cause suspicion and also make the banks lose a lot of money. One of the behaviors that they're looking for is the Bustout Scheme. If you're not familiar, the Bustout Scheme is when someone either legitimately or fraudulently opens credit cards and they do everything right. They're paying everything on time. Then they ask for credit limit increases, open more credit cards, and let's just say they get up to $100,000 in credit limit, but have zero utilization. One day they'll just spend all of that credit limit, $100,000, and then just completely disappear. This is not just with Chase, but many of the banks have a lot of different algorithms and checks in place to look out for this type of behavior. Now, if you're watching this, most likely you just want to earn points for cash back or travel, and you don't really care about, screwing over the bank or anyone doing a bust-out scheme. The only problem is that most of our behavior, if you have credit cards and you want to earn as many points as possible, our behavior sometimes mimics bust-out schemes. And not only bust-out schemes, but money laundering, structuring, as well as other shady practices. The banks have really been cracking down on churning and manufactured spending over the years, because if you do any manufactured spending, to the banks, they may not know the difference. It just pretty much looks like money laundering. If you're not familiar, manufactured spending means you're able to charge the card but not use your own money. For example, if you buy gift cards and then pretty much liquidate those gift cards back into your account and pay off the gift card, that's a form of manufactured spending. And through the years, a lot of money launderers have been doing the same type of practice. Personally, I used to do a lot of manufactured spending back in the day. I don't do it anymore. I used to do about $20,000 per month through gift cards, vanilla reloads, Redbird, Bluebird, Serve. If you're familiar with any of those things and you're an OG, put it down in the comments below. But through the years, they've cracked down and they've taken away a lot of those things, which is one of the reasons why I don't do it anymore. Now, when Chase and the other banks see this type of behavior, they think that it could be money laundering or the bust-out scheme. Another thing that Chase is looking out for is cycling the credit limit. What this means is if, let's say you have a $5,000 credit limit, you spend $5,000, pay it off, spend another $5,000, pay it off, but you do it all within one statement, closing date, then this is what causes suspicion and they will shut down your account. If you pay off your bill multiple times throughout the month, and it's not an issue. But if you're maxing out your card, paying it off multiple times, that's when it becomes an issue and cause for shutdown. If Chase decides to shut down your account, the only issue is there could be some collateral damage, which means people in your household or of the same address can actually get their account shut down as well, just because they're in association with you. What makes Chase unique with a card shutdown is they give you 30 days in order to use your points. So if you have Chase Ultimate Reward points, you have 30 days to transfer it out or cash it out, do whatever. Unlike other banks, which will just take your points as soon as you get that letter in the mail saying that you're shut down, and you have no option with using the points. Once you get a letter in the mail saying that you are shut down with Chase, you have the option to do an appeal, which you could do within 30 days, but they have the option to, reinstate your account and make sure it's open and doesn't get shut down, or they may deny you and keep your account shut down. And if your account does get shut down with Chase, then you have most likely up to 2 years before you could open up another Chase credit card. And sometimes, I didn't mention this before, they could shut down your Chase checking account and savings account and any other account that you have with Chase. Next, let's talk about American Express. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, if you have referral links, which pretty much anyone does if you have an American Express card, and you use your own referral links to open up new cards under your own name, that's when you could get your account shut down. And that's what happened with the recent wave of shutdowns, November 2019. Another reason Amex will shut down your account is if you overstate your income. Now, income on credit card applications is really important. You never want to lie. You never want to, if you're making $50,000, you never want to say $200,000 if it's not true. Because if they find out that you aren't making what you put on your application, if you're lying, then this could be a cause for an account shutdown. Now, specifically in this video, I'm talking about account shutdowns, but I just wanted to mention something really quick with Amex. If you open up a card and downgrade it or cancel it within 12 months, they won't shut down your account, but they can claw back your sign-up offer that you got with that card. So when it comes to American Express, do everything by the books. Do not play around. Don't even play with the gift card game with American Express. They are the most strict bank on this list, so don't mess with Amex. Once Amex lets you know that you're shut down, there's no way to appeal it. There's nothing you could say to protest it. And if it does get shut down, they take all of your membership reward points. You have no way of using it, no access. They just take it away. And unfortunately, there's no way of knowing when you're gonna get shut down. The only way is if you just do everything by the books, you play Amex really safe, don't do any suspicious behavior that could fall under the Bustout Scheme or money laundering or anything like that. No manufacturer spending. Don't do anything like that with Amex. I haven't found any data points showing how long you have to wait after an Amex account shutdown, but if you've had your Amex account shut down or know anybody, let me know in the comments below. Next bank is going to be Citi. So Citi looks for the Bustout Scheme. They have algorithms and checks in place for that, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Also, anonymous payments with Citi has been triggering shutdowns. Basically, an anonymous payment is, usually if you have any charges on your credit card, you have it attached to your bank account and you pay off that credit card. Anonymous payments are when the payments to the credit card are coming from other bank accounts or the check-free bill pay centers that they have at Walmart or grocery stores. Once in a while, this is fine. If you have to pay off your credit card, let's say from your friend's account, family member's account, that's not a big deal. Once in a while, or even on a regular basis. If it's a regular thing and it's from the same account, it's fine. But when it comes from multiple different accounts and it's in large amounts and it's constantly from the bill pay, like at Walmart on a regular basis, that's caused shutdowns. And Citi is very strict when it comes to cycling credit limit as well. So as I mentioned before, if you pay off your bill multiple times throughout the statement, that's fine, but just don't max out your card several times, pay it off, do that type of thing. No cycling the credit limit. Citi does not offer an option to protest or appeal a shutdown. If your account gets shut down with Citi, they'll take all of your Citi thank you points. You have no option to redeem or use them in any way. There's no way to appeal or protest the shutdown. And according to my research, people in the same household are at risk risk of getting their Citi accounts shut down. And I couldn't find any hard data, but I've seen that the ban with Citi, when your account gets shut down, could last anywhere from 1 year to 7 years. Next, with Capital One, similar reasons: cycling credit limit, anonymous payments, as well as other behaviors that fall under the Bustout scheme. And the same people in the household are at risk of being shut down. Now, when I mentioned that the people in the household are at risk of shut down, doesn't mean that they will get shut down. It's most likely if there is similar behavior with their accounts, then most likely the people in the household who have the same type of reason that the first account is shut down, their account will be shut down as well. The good thing about Capital One is if they do shut down your account, they let you cash out your points. So, if you have several $1,000s worth of points, at least you get to use them in some way and cash them out. But they don't allow you to protest or appeal it, and sometimes if they shut down your account, it could be indefinite. Next bank is Barclays. So Barclays is a little strict in general when it comes to accounts and how often you use the accounts, and if you're not using it, they'll just close your credit card. Not shut down your account, but just close your credit card. But the reasons why they'll shut down your account is cycling your credit limit, anonymous payments, any behavior associated with bust-out schemes, basically the usual. Barclays doesn't allow you to protest or appeal the shutdown, and if you have any rewards with them, not the American airline like Aviator card or anything like that, but if you have an old Barclay Arrival Plus card, those points will be taken away from you. You won't have access to them. And according to my research, I've seen that people are allowed to get Barclay cards after a year of being shut down. And if you want to learn more about the Chase credit card shutdown so you never get your Chase account shut down, I go more in detail in this video over here, or you could click this link down here for bank application rules, and I'll see you in the next video.